Did you know that the average person spends over 3 hours a year just sitting in a plane seat? That's a lot of time to be uncomfortable or stuck in the wrong spot. But here's the kicker. A recent survey showed that over 50% of travelers admit they're not happy with their seat selection. And what's worse? Most don't even know they have better options. In this video, we'll reveal hidden strategies to find the best seats on a plane, and show you which ones to avoid at all costs. Whether you're flying for business, leisure, or just need a quick getaway, choosing the right seat can make or break your trip. From quiet zones to extra legroom spots, we've got all the insider tips. Stick around to discover how you can fly in comfort without paying for first class. Ready to unlock the secrets to a better flight? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Seat Selection Secrets. Unlocking the best travel perks. When it comes to choosing the best seat on a plane, the secret is in the details. While it might seem like a simple decision, the right seat can make a huge difference in your flight experience. The first strategy is understanding what's available. Not all seats are created equal. For example, bulkhead seats, the ones with no seats in front of them, can offer extra legroom, but they also come with some downsides, like fixed armrests. Did you know that the exit row seats are among the most coveted? They offer more space for your legs, but there's a catch: they may not recline. This is because safety regulations require these seats to remain in an upright position during takeoff and landing. So, while you might get that extra space, don't expect much of a recline. When choosing your seat, think about your priorities. Are you all about comfort? Or do you want to be the first off the plane? If you're after quick deplaning, sit near the front, but remember, these seats can be louder due to the proximity to the galley and bathrooms. On the other hand, sitting near the rear can be quieter but often means more waiting to disembark. Something many travelers don't realize is that not all aircrafts are the same. In fact, certain models have hidden gems in their seat layouts. A Boeing 777, for instance, has amazing seats in its middle section, offering a two-seat arrangement for extra privacy. But in contrast, Airbus planes might have a better overall seat pitch, so understanding the aircraft type is key. If you're planning to sleep on your flight, the middle of the plane is generally your best bet. Studies show that it's less turbulent than the front or back of the plane, which means you'll have a smoother ride. Plus, if you can get a window seat, it's the perfect spot to rest your head against the wall. Another clever strategy is to use seat maps before booking. Websites like Seat Guru give you insights into seat layouts, showing you exactly which seats have the best reviews. It's like having a personal guide to the perfect seat. Chapter 2. The Window Viewer's Dream. Where to catch the best sky views. Let's be honest, one of the best parts of flying is the view. Whether you're a frequent flyer or just a casual traveler, there's something magical about looking out the window. But where do you sit to get the best views? Let's uncover the secrets. First off, the front of the plane usually gives you the best view. While seats over the wings might give you a steady ride, they can block your view of the horizon. But if you're looking for a wide open view, the front row or even a few rows behind it are your best bet. From here, you'll catch a glimpse of the landscape or city below with minimal obstruction. If you're flying during sunrise or sunset, try to sit on the right side of the plane for spectacular views. Flights in the morning and evening tend to have more dramatic lighting, and the right side often gives you the chance to see vibrant skies as the sun rises or sets. Also, did you know that flying over the ocean provides some of the most serene and stunning views? If you're flying internationally and there's an ocean route, book a seat on the left side of the plane. The view of the endless water below can be quite calming, and the soft, natural light is perfect for a peaceful experience. For a unique perspective, consider flying over mountainous regions. Seats on the left side of the plane often offer the best views of mountain ranges, while the right side could showcase coastal landscapes. If you're flying to destinations like the Alps or the Andes, these seats are worth the extra effort to secure. One tip from seasoned travelers: choose a seat on a smaller plane. These regional aircraft often offer better window views because of their smaller size and less crowded cabins. On large, commercial flights, there are often more obstructions, but on a smaller aircraft, you might get a clear shot at an unforgettable aerial view. Some studies suggest that flight paths may influence your view, too. For instance, Flights headed to southern destinations like California might provide better views of vast deserts or the Pacific coastline. Understanding the route beforehand can help you pick the right seat to enjoy those breathtaking sights. Chapter 3. The Quiet Zone. Finding peace amidst the chaos. Every frequent flyer knows that peace and quiet can be hard to come by in the noisy cabin of a commercial plane. But with a few savvy seat selection strategies, you can find your slice of serenity. First, let's talk about the areas to avoid if you want peace. The back of the plane tends to be the noisiest. It's closest to the bathrooms, the galley, and often where the crew congregates during breaks. The constant foot traffic and chatter can make it tough to relax. On the other hand, the front of the plane, especially in the business or first-class sections, tends to be quieter. To get the most peaceful seat, think about sitting over the wings. This area experiences the least turbulence, and you're farther away from noisy areas like the bathrooms and galley. While it's not completely silent, it's generally quieter than the back. If you're a solo traveler looking for true calm, consider sitting in an aisle seat. While window seats are great for views, aisle seats tend to be less congested. You won't get disturbed by passengers trying to access the window, and you'll have more personal space without people constantly brushing past you. Another useful trick is to book a seat in a less popular section of the plane. Certain seats, like those near the emergency exits or in the last few rows, are often overlooked by other passengers. These spots might give you more space and a quieter environment, with fewer people passing through. Noise-canceling headphones are a must-have for long flights. But what many don't know is that some planes are equipped with quieter engines that make a noticeable difference in noise levels. For example, planes with the latest generation engines, like the Airbus A350 or Boeing 787, are known to have reduced cabin noise. It's worth checking if your airline flies these newer models. Finally, consider the time of day you're flying. If you can, opt for flights during times when most people are asleep. Late night or red-eye flights tend to have a more subdued cabin atmosphere, as fewer people are awake and moving around. This can provide a peaceful flying experience, especially if you're seated in the right area. Make sure to subscribe for more travel tips and tricks like these, so you never miss out on the best travel experiences. Chapter 4. Avoid the pitfalls. Worst seats to skip at all costs. We've all been there, sitting in a seat that's just not right. Whether it's uncomfortable, noisy, or just plain inconvenient, some seats are better left unoccupied. Here are the worst seats to avoid when booking your next flight. One of the most dreaded spots is the middle seat. While it's often the cheapest, it's also the most cramped. You're stuck between two passengers, with no extra space for your elbows or legs. According to a study by Seat Guru, middle seats are among the most disliked by travelers, with 60% of people reporting that they'd rather pay extra to avoid them. Another seat to steer clear of is the one right by the bathrooms. Sure, it might seem convenient if you have a small bladder, but these seats are often located in high-traffic areas where people constantly walk by. Plus, the smell and noise of the bathroom can make the experience far less pleasant. Proximity to the restroom also means you'll hear the flush and the door slamming, which can be extremely annoying. The row in front of the emergency exit might also seem tempting for extra legroom. But here's the catch: these seats usually don't recline. Federal regulations prevent emergency exit row seats from reclining to ensure passengers can quickly evacuate in case of an emergency. So, while you might have some extra space, you'll lose out on comfort. Seats at the very back of the plane come with their own set of problems. While you might think that sitting near the back gives you easier access to the bathrooms, it also comes with noisy passengers, turbulence, and the potential for being stuck last when deplaning. In fact, one study found that the back of the plane is where passengers are more likely to experience significant turbulence due to the location of the plane's center of gravity. Also, avoid seats near the galley. These areas can get quite noisy, especially when flight attendants are preparing meals or dealing with passenger requests. If you're someone who values quiet and space, avoid sitting anywhere close to the galley, as these areas are usually the most crowded and bustling during the flight. Lastly, while not a seat issue per se, choosing a flight with a high number of passengers can impact your overall experience. The more crowded the flight, the more limited your space will feel, no matter where you sit. Checking how full a flight is before booking could help you avoid this frustration. Chapter 5. First class feel on a budget. The hidden gems. You don't always need to splurge on first class to get a great flying experience. With a little know-how, you can score a seat that feels almost as luxurious without the hefty price tag. One trick is booking in premium economy. While it's not quite first class, premium economy often offers extra legroom, better meals, and more comfortable seating than standard economy. Premium economy seats also tend to be located in quieter sections of the plane, so you can enjoy a more peaceful ride. Seats in the front of economy class are another hidden gem. These seats are usually near the front of the cabin, so you'll have faster boarding and disembarking. Many airlines reserve the first few rows for their frequent flyer program members, but if you book early enough, you can snag one of these desirable spots. Another little-known hack is choosing seats with additional amenities, like those near power outlets or extra storage. Some newer planes feature seats that come with personal chargers or even extra space for your carry-on items. If you're a frequent traveler, this can make a huge difference in terms of convenience. You may also want to consider sitting in the exit row for extra legroom. While these seats come with restrictions, they often provide the best value in terms of comfort. Plus, you'll have a bit more space to stretch your legs. Just be sure to check if the seat reclines before you book, as some exit row seats don't. If you're really aiming for that first-class vibe on a budget, consider booking a seat in a quieter section of the plane, away from the bathrooms and galley. These areas tend to be less crowded and can offer a more relaxed atmosphere. One secret many seasoned travelers use is booking flights during off-peak times, when the flight may be less crowded, allowing you to enjoy extra space. Finally, look for airlines that offer perks for booking early. Some airlines offer discounted upgrade opportunities if you book your flight several months in advance. These can sometimes turn your standard economy seat into a premium experience at a fraction of the cost. Chapter 6. The Seat Shuffle. How to make your flight experience truly yours. Have you ever wished you could just switch your seat mid-flight? With the right strategies, you can actually improve your seating situation before and during your flight. Here's how to do it. One of the best things you can do is check in as early as possible. Early check-in can give you a better shot at available seats. Some airlines even allow you to select your seat at the time of booking, while others may allow changes up to 24 hours before your flight. The earlier you check in, the more likely it is you'll get a better seat. If you're already on the plane and not happy with your seat, don't hesitate to ask a flight attendant about available options. If there are open seats, they might be able to move you to a more comfortable location, especially during long-haul flights when some passengers may not show up. However, make sure you're not in a restricted area like the emergency exit row, which is harder to move around. Another strategy is to monitor seat availability using apps and websites. Some services, like Seat Guru, allow you to track seat changes and find out which seats are still available, giving you a heads up on the best options. This can be particularly useful if you're flying standby or booked on a last-minute ticket. One lesser-known but powerful tip is to use social media. Some airlines actively monitor their social media accounts and will sometimes help passengers who tweet about their seat situation. If you're polite and respectful, they might offer an upgrade or switch you to a more comfortable seat, especially if there's availability in business class. Don't forget about frequent flyer programs. If you fly with the same airline often, joining their loyalty program can give you priority when selecting seats. Airlines typically offer perks like free upgrades or better seat options to their frequent flyers, making it easier to secure those hidden gems without paying extra. If you're flying with a group, consider booking your seats together at the time of booking. Airlines often release a block of seats in advance for group travel, which gives you a better chance of sitting together, especially if you need specific seats like bulkhead or aisle seats. Finally, remember that seat configurations can change depending on the aircraft. Always check the aircraft type before booking to see which configuration will give you the best seat options. Aircraft with newer designs often have more spacious cabins, better amenities, and quieter engines, things that can drastically improve your flight experience. By using these strategies, you can tailor your seating arrangement to fit your needs. Whether it's choosing a seat with extra legroom, moving to a quieter part of the plane, or finding that hidden gem of a seat, you have the tools to make your flight more comfortable and enjoyable. Don't forget to subscribe for more travel tips to make every trip a breeze.